Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? My beard's here. There we go. Bear's moving on the floor. He's in here. He's getting comfortable. Anyway, Nikki, as always, thanks for coming. I know you should be sleeping. And ET, good to see you. Daniel, Andy, how you doing? Logan, Jamie, going grays. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm feeling much better today. I didn't get to go out and do that video on the garage, but I will do that after I get done today. I haven't. I just started feeling good yesterday, mid morning, late afternoon. I don't know, somewhere in the afternoon. I started feeling better, so feel much better now. Hey, what's up, JJ? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well, my friend. By the way, yeah, for all my friends. Um, but yeah, I saw your last. You did a premiere, I think, the last one on. I got to get out and do. I really have fun with that four mini deal, and I haven't used it. I haven't done any of that stuff. I'd like to do some of that. Maybe when I get the kayak on the water, which I'll go into that in a minute. Hey, gorgeous, how you doing? Um, I that would be a perfect one to get it up and have it follow me around out on the reservoir. It'd be perfect for that, but I don't know how to use any of that crap. But I don't think it could be that hard. I just have to go. I'd probably go onto one of your one of your videos on how to operate the damn thing correctly. Anyway, but I think it's just as easy as pointing and pressing on me in the boat, right? And then it just, uh, I think pretty much a lot of fun with the kayak. Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be good. This is the deal on the kayak. I've been waiting. My wife doesn't want me pushing anything, doing it by myself. So last night I talked to her a little bit, and we're going to get the cousin to come on Saturday afternoon. And between me and him and the kids and my wife, we're going to load the kayak in the back of the truck. Going to have him come back, and on Sunday morning, we're just going to go for a couple hours. The reservoir in Surin is only about 15 minutes from here. So we're going to take it over there, put it in the water, do a test drive. But I might bring the mini. Maybe today I will look, or over the next day or two, look on how to operate it, how to use the return off. Yeah, that's true. So it doesn't go in the water. Yeah, and but I really enjoy flying it. I'd like to get it up here. I should try again. I think it was Bobby that had time to get going. Um, Told me that he programmed his thing in and got him to okay him to go to a certain height here because we're close to a private airport, a little, small plane airport. So maybe I'll try that because I never have gotten any here at my house, uh, even while I was building it or anything. So maybe I'll try to do that too. But I think it would be fun. But that's the plan. So hopefully this Sunday, and if I do go out on Sunday, uh, Monday, I will. That when I come back on Sunday afternoon, because I don't want to have them be out there all day. But you guys can see right down into my cream colored coffee. Um, yeah, so I'll come back and I'll edit it right then, and if I get it done before the end of the day, or usually I like putting them out early in the morning, but sometime between Sunday and Monday morning, I'd like to get it out, and I'll have a bunch of people there. I'll have my wife there. I'll have Sim there. She's had my full size um, camera, Canon, for months and months and months. I haven't had it for maybe a year. She enjoys shooting stuff, so I'll probably have her shoot some video with that. I'll have Shoo shooting some. I'll have my wife. I'll have my mirrorless on the tripod. So hopefully I'll get a bunch and be able to put together a decent video. Yes, my early in the morning and the afternoons. Yeah, that's why I usually I put them out. I get up at 4 a.m., and I usually try to put them out in the morning, uh, between 4 and 6 o'clock. put them out. It seems like they get more views. I don't get that many views on my videos anyway. 100, couple hundred, maybe 300, but not many. But I don't put them out. I told you we got up above 2,700 subscribers. Now we're to 2,699. So I must have said something to offend some people, which is always going to happen. I see a new menu. Let's see what this is. How you doing, Mountain? I see a new menu on SS account, upload and download, but cannot use it. It says I sent a suggestion to change to accept Visa docs and 90-day check-in as proof of life. That would be good. Yeah, in case you're wondering what Sam, we've never really talked about it. If mine is still in the United States. My Social Security goes to my bank account, my Chase account. I still have a room and stuff at my cousin's house in Southern California, and an address there. So, but if you come to Thailand, in case somebody's watching this, and you have your Social Security, which you can deposit it into your Thailand bank account here in Thailand, you have to show basically once a year proof of life. In other words, they want to make sure that they're not sending, and even I think more so now that Elon Musk and Doge are diving into stuff, they're probably stirring up a lot of stuff in people wanting to make sure that people are still breathing somewhere when they're sending them money. But that's what you have to do if you come here. It's not that big of a deal, but I think Craig, he missed his and didn't send it in, and they just stop your checks. Do you get that money? Yeah, you get that money, but you have to wait maybe 2 months, 3 months before they, go through their paperwork, get it through the computer, and get it. And if you're don't have backup money or don't have anything like that, and you're depending like almost like living paycheck to paycheck when you were working, and that's your lifestyle and the way that you lived, it could be, devastating to all of a sudden not have your, income there that you're planning to pay your bills with. So it is a little bit of a pain. It would be nice if they would take a 90-day or some kind of a thing like that to be able to send it in. It's a good idea, definitely. But let's see. Yeah, I think I gotta do it. Like I said, I've been pushing too much. I do feel a lot better as far as I was just kind of sickly, had a bug or something. Between the stuff that I have, I just have a bunch of crap, and it's my doctor said it's up to me whether you want to live or not. And I talked about this the other day because I have congestive heart failure, I have diabetes, I'm a fat bastard, I have heart, I'm on blood thinners, I have two stents in my heart, stuff like that. But I don't know. When I got sick, what has it been now? 4 years ago or whatever. That was like a major thing in my life. I never thought that I could. First off, I thought I was Superman. I thought I couldn't die and couldn't do anything. And that shit went right out the window once you lay in the bed and atrophy falls in, and you can't even lift your hand up. Can't walk, can't do anything. All your muscles are pretty much gone. It sucks. But after that fact, I've had a hard time getting back to even though it was bad, the normal before that happened. But he says basically it's up to you. You're going to eat right, which I have been doing. And like I said, when I talked the other day, okay, I had, so many years, 68 years of Jack in the Box and McDonald's and Burger King and every fast food place in Southern California, and JJ, he's out on the road and stuff like that. And especially for me back in the day, we just started getting plastic and stuff, and I'm talking quite a while ago. And I was doing service, so you didn't carry a lot of money because at that time there was a big story went around, and an air conditioning guy, came out of a restaurant, didn't have any money. The guy killed him, for, I don't know, $2 or something stupid. And so everybody was all nervous about, should I have money? Should I have, I don't never live my life that way, afraid of something. But I never carried a lot of money on me, and the plastic was just starting to come around. It was there, but a lot of places didn't use it, put it that way, especially fast food restaurants. And back in the day, money was money. I mean, we didn't spend a bunch. I could go sit down for lunch, lose a bunch of time, wasted time to me if I wasn't working on something. I wasn't making the money I should. To sit down, waste an hour, maybe more, depending on how busy the restaurant or whatever you were going in. Or, stop at McDonald's and get a Big Mac, a cheeseburger, a meal, and everything for $3.80 or something, whatever it was. But, it was just cheap to do. How much money? Oh, I got $3 in my pocket. I get to eat lunch, no problem, at a multitude of fast food restaurants. So I got to cut back the sodium because that's when I have my problem. I get the fluid around my lungs and heart, and that's when I get the shortness of breath, and that's when I have could have the problem and croak. So I just need to do it. Now I've been regulating my. I'm not supposed to be drinking coffee either, but that ain't gonna happen. That's the one vice I'm keeping. I quit smoking, so I figured that's good enough. But I usually only have one cup, big cup, but one cup. But like I said, I had 68 years of doing whatever the hell I wanted to do. So what the shit? I never needed a triple bypass until. Yeah, I know. It's yeah. Jack in the Box is and it's really weird because when I went to my mom's, I put celebration of life. Um, I I stayed with my cousin. I was there for 2 weeks, but I felt it hit me harder than I thought it was going to hit me because I've been prepared for my mom to pass, but it always hits you in the face when it actually happens, right? So when I went there, I didn't want to run around. I went and met one night. I went out and met the buddy of mine that I was in the air conditioning business with, and I went and met his wife and her brother, and that was pretty much the extent of my going out. I just felt, I'm here for that. I shouldn't be running around with my friends. So I didn't do anything. But right down the street, my cousin, I stayed between his house and his girlfriend's house. And right next to his girlfriend's house down the street was a Jack in the Box. And I was the kind of guy that, I've been eating Jack in the Box secret sauce since day one. Right across the field from my house where I grew up was a Jack in the Box. And it was open 24/7. And that was my favorite food. I don't know how many times I woke up blacked out, drunk, the next morning with half-eaten Jack in the Box food on my stomach and in my beard, and couldn't remember stopping at Jack in the Box. So that was a little bit scary. That was in my drinking days. I don't drink anymore, but it was just all of a sudden. I don't know how many years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Jack in the Box said, "No, we don't have. We're stopping the secret sauce." I actually got on the internet. I barely knew what the internet was. My kids were directing me on how to work it. Sent them an email, say, "You got to be kidding me! This is what made Jack in the Box was secret sauce. You got to be kidding! Got to be kidding!" And that's when they started coming out with the little packs. And now I think they still have the jugs in the back too. But it was kind of nice having that because I'd have to go there. Extra, 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 extra secret sauce. You cannot put enough secret sauce on it. I want the thing to drip. So I have, so it was easy. Now I just put extra sauce and give me 10 packets of thing. But it will make a long story even longer. I was right down the street for 2 weeks and I never went there. But that's my biggest jonesing. The ultimate cheeseburger was my wife who passed. That was her favorite also. But yeah, and the tacos, well, back then it was 2 for 99. Might even have been 89 when I first started, but I know for sure it was 2 for 99. Mystery meat inside. I know for years they talked about it being horse meat. Said, well, whatever it is, bring it on. Because I used to go get 2 hamburgers with extra, extra, extra sauce, 2 tacos, a French fry, and a root beer. And I think all that back in the day was like under $2 or something like that. And uh, and eating that kind of crap, God knows how much sodium was in something like that, right? But yeah, my favorite place, man, my favorite place. Um, yeah, are they too right now? Because somebody, I thought I looked in somebody told me, or I looked when I was driving and in the window or something, that it was like $1.29 or $1.39. That was in California, so it might be different. I found the plant-based burgers at Big C. No one else carries them, but you can order online and keep them frozen. So they're pretty good. I'm not against trying anything. You know, the older that I've gotten, all of a sudden, man, I'm just like this softy. Don't want to. Am I ever going to stop eating a big, thick, steak once in a great while? No, I don't think I could do that. But I think about it, what did this animal have to do? And I think of these people in China that torture and kill dogs and eat them. It's like, I don't know. Domestic, I guess. I don't know. 15, 20 years ago, I'd eaten, a kid if they had killed it and cooked it. But now it's like, I don't know. I'm weird. But I would try. I got a lot of friends and stuff that my family, one of them, Augie and his family, I think 4 or 5 of them are not vegan. They might be just vegetarians, but I don't know. Kangaroo meat. I know at one time when it first came out, we were going to buy ostriches when they first started coming out, the other red meat, and never did quite. That was they were expensive when it first started coming. I want to say to get a mated pair was like under 100 grand. I mean, they were 20, 30,000, for a piece back then. A lot of money. And I'm talking 30 years ago. But I don't know. I don't hear too much about them anymore. Now that I'm going through divorce, I'm learning how to kayak myself. You know what I do, to tell you the truth, that I still do it. In fact, I just ordered, um, because of the salt thing, I just ordered online. Lasada has Italian, um, peeled and cooked tomatoes, and it's the sauce is not like when you get here in America, some of that stuff. It's just like water. This stuff is actually like thick, right? That comes out of there, and they make perfect, and they don't add any salt. And now what I do, whenever I cook anything, or I portion everything out now. If I get something, I get, I'll freeze, a quarter pound or half pound of hamburger or a chicken breast individually. And then I just pull the stuff out the day before and then make whatever I'm going to make. So now, for the most part, I probably eat more pasta than I should, but I like pasta, and I'm still losing weight. So if I still stay on that thing, I'll probably, I'm going to cut back on it a little bit, but I don't need that many carbs. But anyway, I make the spaghetti. I make it all with spaghetti and clams that I put out a little video with the linguine that I make with frozen, excuse me, clams from Macro. I order everything from Macro. They deliver it the next morning. Um, Tilapia, chicken breasts, and now I'll have a red sauce deal, and then salads and vegetables and stuff like that. But I've been divorced. Well, this was my 4th marriage, so I know exactly what you're going through. I've been down that road 3 times. Well, actually twice. But it's a rough road, man, and especially for me, the way I was back in the day. One of them who I didn't have any children with. That was a lot easier because I could go out. I hit the bars. I started chasing everything that had a skirt, and months later I was okay. The one that had my kids, who's a royal, it took me a while to get over that. Plus, it was always, see, it's different. It's always good if you can hate them, and the hardest part is staying friends with them. My friends did. Most of my first one actually was a out of high school type thing, and I don't talk to her that much, but we stayed friends. But the other one cheated on me, the one that had my kids, and I caught her, and I was ready to at late 30s. I was ready to retire, at least semi-retire, pay for my land, build all my stuff, have everything owned outright, have one air conditioning truck, just do what I want to do. Put on my phone, not here, call Bill's Air Conditioning. I'm fishing, whatever. And caught her right before we were moving and put a deal on it. That one was devastating. More so, I don't know. It's a different thing when you're with somebody. Even when I with this one here, I talked about it from the beginning. 30 years. When you're with somebody like that, and 1 minute they're there and 1 minute they're gone. When this one passed away, it was like the most devastating thing I'd ever been through. Previous to that was probably the divorces, especially the one with my kids, because she was a nightmare, which made it even worse, and wouldn't drive them anywhere. And I had to drive 5 hours to pick them up for my weekend and drive 5 hours back, then 5 hours back. And then it was a nightmare. But just the ones, and each time, I don't know, I'm a normal person. You at the time for each one of those that I could tell you when I was there is, oh, life's over. I'm never going to meet anybody. Oh, this sucks. And why me? And, and all that kind of crap. And every time I met somebody I'll tell you one thing that I did learn was the flaws in me. Okay. Until I realized those and changed those, you just carry them from one woman to the next woman. And until I realized that, and it wasn't bad faults that I had. I mean, they were bad, but I never included my wife within anything. If I wanted to, I'd just buy her a car. I wouldn't ask her, what kind of car do you want? If I went and bought a house, I liked the house, I bought it. I didn't include her. And it was this one that made me the better man and doing. And the worst part about having them die on you is you can't hate them. And it's so much easier if you could hate them, and I cannot hate this one. It's been going to be 7 years this year, I think. And it seems like yesterday, and I still mourn her every day, and it still affects me, and I'm imagining that it will. And the only thing is, the people that I know that have lost significant others, it just gets, you accept it more. It isn't that it's easier or whatever, but you accept it more. With the divorces, if you have a good relationship, it's better if you have kids, because then you don't have any problem there, which I did. But the last one was a nightmare from hell. But I know what you're going through, and you're in my prayers, brother. It's not an easy thing. Hey Ted, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. I was married for 23 years. You divorced me. We get along better now than we did before. Yeah, like I said, it's really weird. That's the only thing that I learned from all the girlfriends and stuff that I've been through, and carried it from one to another. You always have that honeymoon phase in the beginning that you can't get enough of each other. But after that shit wears off, the stuff you carry from one to the next, your bad habits, your stuff that you're doing way wrong, it's never one person's fault. I'm the first one to admit that. But it unless you change, what your faults were, you're going to just carry them on to the next person, which kind of sucks. But it isn't an easy thing, man. Been there, done that. Man, it sucks. So I feel for you. But let's see, did I miss anything? I really wish I could hate her. I haven't. Yeah, way easier. Way easier. But we had no kids, and she had everything written ahead of time. We agreed to, so the court side's easy. That makes it nice. And if she's a good person, that's awesome. It seemed like all the women that, of course, I was running around on a motorcycle going from topless bar to topless bar and, hanging out with dancers and stuff. So needless to say, most of them cheated on me, whether it was with a woman or a man. But it seemed like every time, man, I would be upfront. Hey, if you want to, go someplace else and do something. This is if I ever got to the point of a boyfriend, girlfriend. Just tell me, hey, something's wrong here, man. I want to bang Billy over here, so we need to reevaluate and split or whatever. Give me a heads up. Go ahead and do whatever you want. But no, never. They always think they can have their cake and eat it too, and they're never going to get caught. But it's always easier to hate them. That's for sure. Makes it a hell of a lot easier. I don't know how many drunken nights I had after even the one that had the kids. A lot of fun though, man. Cowboy bars and motorcycles and strange women, exciting women, fun women. But it was always fun. There's Kenny. 3 divorces, 4 wives, and I still have lots. I'm never going to be perfect, Kenny. That's for sure. But the stuff like I did, I didn't need to. It was stupid. And I catch myself doing it with Nitnoy. Like my wife, she, like I said, she made me a better man for sure. And this one has made me. She stayed right along with keeping me there. But the best thing I ever did was move up to Northern California, get away from the roads and ways I was going down in the valley, and listen to her. Like I said, man, every other word out of my mouth was f this, f that, and I told you guys the story of her. She'd have her Christian church friends over, and I'd be on the phone with my friends, and finally, one time, being unbeknownst to me, she was recording, And I said, really, that much? I don't think so. Here, click. She turned it on and, hey, how the F are you? What's going on? What the hell? And I'm going, oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to try. And that's what I try to do here, too. I try not to do it, too, because down the road, like I said, my grandkids and their kids get together and 30 years from now and say, hey, let's see what that crazy grandpa was doing, back in the day on YouTube. So they don't have to hear too much language. And they can still maybe get to know my personality, because most people that have met me, this is what you get right there. I'm not changing, no different. I'm the same person, here sitting in the man cave and sitting with you in the backyard, sipping on a soda or feeding the fish. I'm the same person. So, but yeah, you never get rid of them all, but just stupid stuff that it seemed to make a hell of a lot of difference. Back in the day, I thought it was nothing. Why? What's the big deal? But not being including them and everything. And I think most people do. That was probably my worst, excuse me, my worst flaw was doing that. That was what hurt her the most and made her feel like I didn't give a shit about what she was, what she had to say. The only thing I did tell her is I'm going, okay, here's the deal. I'm going to try as best I can to do this. Okay. But here's the way, and it's not going to change. So if that's not good enough, I don't know what to tell you. There's only 2 of us. So if it comes down to life threatening, life concerning, whatever stuff, I'm going to make the decision. I'll listen to what you have to say. And if you change my mind can be changed. I'm an open-minded guy. But I'm going to make the decision if it's something that's going to affect us, our family, our livelihood, whatever. How can you only got 2 people? What do? Go to a mother-in-law? We need you to break the vote. It doesn't happen that way. But stupid stuff like, well, I picked out this car for you here. Don't you like it? Well, I could have picked out my own car. Thank you. But stuff like that. So that was my worst. And then just little stuff, cussing, treating people badly, and not caring, I think, was the biggest thing that bugged her. You shouldn't, she just, like I said, she made me a better man, and I'll stand by that forever. Sorry, my glasses are half broken. Let's see what I missed. Did I miss anything? Let's see. There was Kenny's. Hey Al, how you doing? What did I say? At least 3 times in my life, I said I'll never get married again. Yeah, I know. I've never. I don't know. I really never. I never, really never said that. I didn't through my life. I think my worst fault, personally to me, was that I always wanted people to do the right freaking thing. It's so easy when you look at it. Because I've always been that way. I'll treat you like you treat me. You give me respect, I'll give you respect. Whatever the case may be. And I always thought common sense. What's right, what's wrong. I don't think you need to be a super religious person. I just think you need to know what's right and what's wrong. Is it okay to kill somebody? Nah, probably not. You don't need to be a freaking genius. Should you be cheating with your neighbor's, covet your neighbor's wife? No, you probably shouldn't. It doesn't take much to know, but yet it's so hard for people. But I've always had faith in people and hoped that they would, I don't know, be better. I don't know. You did a lot of shopping for 8 years, I bet. Hey, Maui, how you doing? It's a lot of work to find a partner to begin. Yeah, here's my idea. I don't know how old you are. I don't know how close you are to retirement, but I'd get to retirement as soon as you could and get your rear end and come and see me and check out Thailand. I didn't come here looking for anything. I came here looking for. I shouldn't say that. I came here wanting female companionship. You got to understand this woman. I confided everything in, things I shouldn't have. I confided. She was my best friend, and it's different. A woman's point of view is, I'm sure everybody knows, is totally different, and it was enlightening to me. Really, that's the way you see that, huh? you know? And I missed that, and so I was looking for. I think I went on only two dates. One real kind of date. Took a gal to a resort. Didn't sleep with her. She slept on the floor. I told her you could sleep in the bed. If I want to jump you, I can jump you on the floor or the bed. But she couldn't understand. She didn't speak too much English. And then I went out on one dinner date, and then I met Nitnoy. But I did know that I wanted companionship. I didn't want to live my life out alone, whether that be sexual or not. Didn't really matter at that point. I just wanted somebody that I liked and I wanted to talk to. But here in Thailand, the women that would appeal, first off to me, and it's nothing against older women, American women, or anything. When I look at a 70-year-old woman, I go, that's my freaking grandma, except for my wife, one that I was with for forever. I looked at her differently than I looked at older people. When I looked at my wife, I was 62, she was 38. Okay. And I said, yeah. So that's in my mind, I guess. I'm about 40 years old. And that's what I liked in what I saw in a woman. Now, what she sees in me, I ain't got a freaking clue. you know, she loves me. I know she does. It's strange. But the woman that between 40 and 50, especially out here in Isan, uh, some guys, they don't want kids. Even if they had kids at 50 years old, 45 years old, more than likely their kids are grown up and gone out of the nest. Um, Even if they are a little bit younger, most of the time, if they were working, and even if they come with you, and again, I go back to the culture. If you're taking somebody and taking them to travel with you, and they're giving mom and dad 10,000 baht a month, you need to give her 10,000 baht a month to give to her mom and dad, and then go and enjoy your life. But anyway, get back on the subject. It it was something. It was unexpected to me, but that age group. First off, I think that it isn't so much that they don't have their self-esteem. It's that oh, we're older. There's so many young women running around here, especially in Thailand. And I think it's totally crazy for if I was chasing a 19-year-old. I don't see that, but hey, if it's for you, it's for you. But so they don't, and they look for the heart. They don't want somebody with $1 million. Like I said before, if you've got a $2,500 Social Security income, that's a lot of money to them. Okay, they can have a very good life on $2,500 a month. So they're not looking for, some prong that has, 3, 4, 5 million US dollars in a bank account. And a lot of people come back, oh, they only want your money. Well, they want money. They're not stupid. They're just women. A man would do the same thing. A woman came up, sure, I like you, and you've got money. Hell yeah. So how can you put them down? Now, if they want to steal your money or take your money, that's a different story. But if they're not, it's a plus to them. Are they going to love you? Are not going to love you or not be with you because you don't have a lot of money? No, I don't think so. Are there some like that? Sure, they're all over. Doesn't have to be Southeast Asia or Thailand, but I don't fault them because they get a better life. My wife has a better life. Her family has a better life because of me. I have a better life because of them. Seeing the smiles on their face for stupid stuff. I give the kids, they go to the green market and I give them 200-300 baht each so they could buy stuff. They thank me for 10 hours. They barely got a chance to go to the green market. It's just little things. They make my day. So that would be my suggestion to you. Hey, Louis, how you doing? Hope you're well. Is Mitch here too? I didn't see Mitch. Oh, there he is. I was talking to him. We never did call back. That cream stuff I did, in case I change subject, that cream stuff for neuropathy on the feet, it took about 50% of the tingling and numbness away for about 3 hours, maybe or more. And the pills that I'm taking, I don't know if it's the pills, the Slim system, the swelling's down, and I'm going to say it's went down. The numbness and everything is down. So we'll see. We could talk about that at another time, but I didn't get back to you. Hey, retired. How you doing, David? But I, like I said, the people that come here, did you say how old you were, JJ? I didn't, if you did, I didn't see it. You don't have to. And again, I'll go into my disclaimer. I'm nosy. I ask a lot of shit. You never have to answer me. Anybody that's watching this or has watched me, you don't have to answer my questions. But let's see. And it's so much cheaper to live. You can, and you probably, you driving a truck for yourself or you actually work for somebody? Again, you don't have to answer that, JJ. The only reason I'm, 47. Okay. So at 50, you can get a retirement visa here. 18 more years. Wow. But I guess, I don't know. I was lucky. I got to retire earlier. But the reason, what did I ask? Oh, because of Social Security. If you're paying into it, are you going to get a good chunk of money? At 60, if you can retire at 62 and take your Social Security, and your Social Security's, at the norm, I think is 2,300, 2,400, something around 2,500. You live a good life for the rest of your life. You're owner operator, but you still paid in as an owner operator, right? I would imagine. I'm guessing. Early May. I'm looking forward to it, Louis. I've got a couple coming to pick up Caesar. Are coming the first or second week of May, and after I do that, I will hook up with you for sure, and we'll go and have lunch and relax a little bit. I still do now. Plus, I have my own 401k. Yeah, and it's just. Have you ever been here to Thailand? I don't know if you have. I don't think you have. I know. I don't think Ted has either. There was a lot of guys that came through, and I actually started watching JJ and Ted through Bobby and Jai and the Filipina gals and all that. But cool. Other than the Canada, yeah, you would. It's someplace if you get a chance to come on vacation, hit me up, and and come and spend, whatever you take for your vacations. 10 days is a good number. You can see a couple of islands and a couple of hot spots, Pattaya, and maybe out to a couple of islands. But you'll definitely get the bug, man. It's a lifestyle that I think the hardest thing for most people that I know, besides if they have kids and grandkids that they want to hang with, is the temperature and the humidity. But you've driven through a lot of that crap. Yeah, it's an awesome vacation, and to clear your mind, you want to run amok. There's plenty of stuff to run amok with, and don't have to. Just watch and look, and it's gorgeous here. And you see the difference. I mean, when you get here and you go out and sit down to eat, and you have a big old meal for lunch, and it's like $2.30 or $1.80, shit like that. It kind of all clicks in your mind when you look at an apartment. You visit with somebody that has a condo there, and they're on the 25th floor with a 180-degree view of Pattaya, and they're paying $550, $600 a month for a furnished one bedroom, including water. It all clicks when you start thinking about the money and the money that you spend in the States, for sure. You come over, we'll show you a good time. And the ladies will show you a better time. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if that's what you want. I know with me, it was like in the later deals, it wasn't so much. Earlier, it was just run around, bang anything that walked. But in when this one passed, it wasn't high on my list. Of course, I was older. I was 62, so I wasn't as driven as when I was in my 30s or 40s. But it's a place to relax and clear your mind, and it's always there, that option here in Thailand, if you want to do something like that. But like I said, driving towards what'd you say, we're 47, 49, 50. So actually, in 15 years, you could, or yeah, what'd you say, 18 years? Anyway, at 62, and like I said, I thought my life was over. I thought I'm done. There's no way that I'm going to meet anybody that's going to want to be with me, first off. And you know I'm the first one to admit, man, I was never further from the truth. Hey, Jake, how you doing? It's not high on my list of 47. Yeah, and that's just the crap you're going through now. That'll fade. Believe me, it'll fade. You don't think so? You think it's going to be a lifelong, downer, but it's not. Definitely not. Well, you will think it, and I'm sure you're thinking it right now, because I know I did. And me, like I said, it was harder with the wives that had when I had kids. It wasn't as hard. It was still hard. Don't get me wrong, but not having that part of it, I could deal with her if I wanted to. When with this nightmare of a bitch that had my children, I had to deal with her because my son was only 2. you know. My daughter was 3.5. So it's like I didn't have any choice. I had to deal with her, and she was a freaking nightmare. But it does get better, that's for sure. And I'm sure you've been there with girlfriends in the past or whatever. I don't even know if you've been married before, but it it'll pass. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Jake's one of the good guys. That's for sure. Let's see if I missed anything. But anyway, so I passed. I mean, I told you guys about the cream. I told you guys about the pills. So I still have probably another 2 weeks to go through my first month of this lymph system drainage. But my ankles are much better. But it could be that I've limited some salt on my diet. So it could be a bunch of stuff. But as long as it's not screwing with me in some way, I'm going to keep doing it until I'm out of the 3 months and see what it looks like then. Get into exercising. It's kind of weird with the congestive heart failure. It's borderline on stuff. I really have a hard time when it's really, really hot out. Even just walking and and breathing and shit like that. And even I've started to look more. I've known this for a long time about the congestive heart shit, but now I've been looking on YouTube. What's good foods for it? What's good? What can you do to help it? And a lot of it is getting out there and doing exercises, not pushing yourself completely, but moving around doing exercise. So that's what I'm going to do. Yesterday I only walked to the end of the street and back, and that was enough. It was warm in the afternoon. I need to do that shit in the morning, but we'll see. Unseen, how you doing? Uh, glad you could stop by. If you guys aren't subscribed, wrong hand. Good storyteller, good channel, good guy. By all means, watch. I don't know what is that that word. Does that mean something with the lymph nodes? This is supposed to. They're saying that a lot of because my ankles have been swollen when I went to the doctor, and is it edema? Is it he's got me on water pills, and each time, even when they were not completely swollen like this, but just swollen, and he'd grab my ankles when I go in there, and push and hold, and it would pop back. He's saying, "Good, you have no water," but they were still swollen. And I was on Facebook, and this lady doctor came on, tried to sell all sorts of shit. So I'm going, yeah, maybe it's a scam or whatever. But they're saying the lymph nodes, and a lot of people know you got them here, you got them under your arm, you got masses of them in your body. And I guess they get clogged up and they don't get rid of their water or something. And this is all natural kelp extract, crap like that. They're like you can tell, an all organic type pill when they're, look like that. And I take 2 of those every morning, and it seems to have helped. Let's see, what's he saying? That's when you're. Oh, okay. I'm guessing that was the problem, only because I saw her on there. I ordered them and got 3 months supply of them. Figure I'll at least try it. Anything to try it. And the thing that triggered me in my brain is they were swollen, and my doctor squeezed them and said, "You got no water." Good job. So that's the only thing I could think of. But have I been diagnosed by a doctor that is it? I did bring these in. He said, "I can't tell you yay or nay," and probably doesn't want to cut off his deals. He just said, up to you type thing, a Thailand answer. But he's a great doctor. Hey, Brother Ron, how are you? I didn't know him, Pete. What happened? Try acupuncture, believe it or not. And B vitamin B. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, like I said, it's really changed. When I sit a lot, it just seems to be worse, obviously. And I'm not moving around. I'm not walking. I know you walk all the time, which probably helps. But I've got to start doing something. Plus, I'm a fat bastard, so I got to lose some. I got to lose some weight. Nikki's back. That means Buddy probably is up. I got to go and get ready for bed. All right, Jay. Anytime, man. Anytime you want to wrap, you got my ear. Wish your mom and your doctor would squeeze you. B1, B6, B12. Okay. Yeah, my doctor's office. I mean, they'll give me shots of anything. I imagine I could take pills too. But I know my bodybuilding buddies, shoot, whenever we'd go to Mexico, they'd load up on steroids and I think it was B12. Was it B12 or B? One of the Bs, and they'd be sitting there going, "You guys are way too friendly, shooting each other in the ass with syringes right outside the freaking pharmacies in Mexico years and years ago." I'm talking when I was young. You want some? No. I think I'll just stay natural. He wants to pee. Yep, I kind of figured. Too much B12 is not good, and that's probably the one they were shooting. But I'll talk to my doctor. I run everything by him. He's the guy that basically saved me after I was in the hospital for 3 months and 2 months with that tube down my throat. There's Nikki saying, Nikki must know you. Nikki's a good one. I'm sure Nikki supports everybody, I think, here in Thailand. But I know Mitch probably been to your channel before. Probably where I got it. Most of the channels that I watch are Mitch had turned me on to. But I hadn't heard that one that David said some memorial or something. That's not that guy that's dying, the British guy, is it? I don't think it is. I don't think I could do that. If I get terminally ill, you guys want me to still come on here and from the hospital? They cut out half my brain yesterday, and things are looking up. I mean, you're terminally ill. You're gonna die. I guess. I don't know. He's doing it for a reason. I guess show people what it's like to die. I guess. I don't know. Sending you healing vibes. Probably as good as half the shit I'm taking, Nikki. I'll take prayers and vibes anytime. Dave, I posted earlier, but if you missed it, not. Oh, did you? Yeah. I'll take a look as soon as I didn't look this morning. I'm binge watching House. I haven't watched it since it was basically, I think, on television. I'm almost at the end of it. I think I'm in the last season, and I watched some of that this morning. I didn't even watch. I watched the first part of Chuck's. I didn't even get that, but I will definitely look it up. And you guys that are not subscribed, there's a good one to subscribe to. And I'll put out that 2 weeks ago, Pete had a motorcycle accident. Maybe I did kind of hear about something like that, but he just died from injuries. He didn't die instantly, or maybe he did. I don't want my wife to see that. Dave, I totally relate and do not understand. All right, Al. All right, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. But if you like storytelling and stuff like that, go over and subscribe and check out Unseen Thailand in Chiang Mai. Oh, look at Bobby's here. Bobby has a new girlfriend. Jai, are you out there? I don't want to say anything if Jai's watching too. I like the kid Bobby. I think I like it. I like the short haircut and the lighter colored blondish hair. I like it. I'm sure she does too. Not that it makes a shit whether I like it or not. Hey James, how you doing? Glad you could make it. No complications, just died. I guess I'm gathering. Yeah, my wife. I don't know, man. If I die on 2 wheels, so be it. There it is, Eddie. He supported me when my father died. Great guy. Yeah, I don't get that's the guy that does still doing the YouTube and has the cancer brain. He has a terminal illness, right? I watch him every once in a while. I don't watch too much. I know he was kind of excited, got to come here and spend some time. Nick showed him a good time, I guess, for pretty much his last trip to Thailand. I just don't think I could do it. Like what Lucas did with what's her name? I got it, my mind's gone now already. With his girlfriend that passed away. I don't think I could have done that either. Even if she was in for it, which I know she was. I just don't think I could. I don't think I could do that. Hey, that's exactly right. And what she likes, unless that is her. I have to totally agree with that. There will be a memorial April 11th, but I do not know which channel. Okay, let us know. Luis Cabo has a new girlfriend. She's a cook at a Mexican restaurant in Pattaya. You do. Good for you. I love you, Dave. I love to ride, Dave. Always loved and the adrenaline you get. Yeah. My wife just can't understand. I mean, like, I bought that Forza when I came here, and then I decked it all out to do traveling. And it's a perfect bike. I love it. Would I rather be on $1 million Harley? Yeah, probably, or $1 million baht. But the 168 or 70,000 baht that I paid for the Forza is fine. And now I have the Shadow, so that I'll be doing a video on shortly. I really like that Honda, but it's just two wheels now. Now, 20 years ago, more on the one percenter type deal, and in the no, there was only a couple of bikes, Indian and Harley. That was it. There wasn't anything else. If you rode anything else, you got shit from me. But that wasn't right either. Something else I was doing wrong way back when. But my wife didn't. I did that, and she goes, "Well, I don't want you to go around." I said, "What did you think when I bought it? What did you think I was gonna put saddlebags on it and do all this stuff and not ride the bike?" Come on, she's afraid. She's scared. She think there's a lot of people out there like this dude, dying. And it's not even necessarily their fault. My luck and ability, I think, from riding ever since I was 2, is the ability to ride defensively and the ability to know what somebody's going to do. I don't know how to explain it. It's like going into a bar, like I said before. Except here in Thailand, I've gotten away from all that paranoia and stuff like that. But going into a bar, most people go, "Oh, look at the nice bartender, and where are the girls, and this and that." And when I'm going in there, does this guy over here have a gun? Is there? That's the bathroom. There's another door there, another exit here. If something happens over here, I'm going to go that way. Shit like that. That's no way to live your life, as far as I'm concerned. Not anymore, anyway. But that, like, if I'm driving down the road on a bike, even here in Thailand, I'm going to say that parang on that bike and that Thai guy over there, they're going to do this, and 99% of the time they do. Saved my ass through my whole life, predicting what someone was going to do in front of me, next to me. That's why loud pipes. I'm putting straight pipes on that Shadow. It's just loud pipes save lives. I agree. So we'll see. What did I miss? Uncle Craig made it. Again, from safe and sound back at the farm. I did see part of your last video. It's hard to keep up with. Craig puts them out seems like it every hour to hour and a half. But I know he puts out at least one a day, damn near. But I did catch the one saying you got back from your beach cruise or your beach vacation, which is cool. Let's see. Gift of anticipation. Yeah, it just, I don't, like I said, and the shit that happened to me when I was a kid, the bearings falling out of my panhead, and my rigid, as I'm going up the driveway and we were driving canyons, 1,000-foot drops off, and all day long. I think I was maybe 20, maybe 21. And at that point, I knew, now, does that mean I'm not going to fall off a bike and get a raspberry here or break my arm or whatever? No, that might happen. Am I going to die or be crippled on a bike? No, ain't going to happen. That's just me, which makes it a lot nicer when you're riding. Do I push too much stuff in here in Thailand? No. On the open road, I'll get up and open up that deal and cruise for a little while, but there's no one around me. The biggest thing, the problem that I see here in Thailand, besides the drivers and could do anything at any time, whether it be Farang or Thai, but some of the Thais, I mean, I hate to say most of it, they're just horrible drivers. They don't, they just come right out. They don't care. Somebody will stop. But I don't know. I know I'm not going to. I know I'm not going to die on one. Let's see. Did I? That's it. I just met Craig. I said hi to Craig. No one else popped in. Nikki's still here, surprisingly. Could be sleeping. I broke my hand. Yeah. That would never happen to me because I ain't pulling no weeds. Ain't gonna happen. When I can pay the cousin, 400 or 500 baht, what is that? $12 for 8 hours worth of work. I ain't doing shit. I ain't lifting nothing. I ain't gonna sweat a drop. I ain't gonna do nothing. Me personally, I would not, will not YouTubers my hospitalization for any reason. Might mention it. Yeah, I would definitely mention it. But like I said, you know what I'm thinking about doing, depending on how it goes, is I might put out a series of videos, upload those to private, show my wife how to click and put them to release them, make them public. Uh, as like, if you're watching this, I'm dead. So let's rap about some stuff that I didn't really want to talk about because I'm dead and gone now. You guys might get some good stuff. Yeah, I know they are for me, Bobby. Man, but I need to get out and back to the gym. I've been talking about it. Tommy will be all over me. I just got to get my wife. I don't really need to, but I want to get over there because I just when the second wave hit, he almost shut down. I mean, he was still open, but there was no one there, and I stopped going. So I just want to get in there and get in. I mean, I have a month coming plus training, but I don't really care about that. I just want to get back into the training program. I really liked his nephew. The kid went to Bangkok and won his division in the body building shit, and he's a good kid. And I can tell him. And the reason that I don't just do myself is I'm just lazy. I don't when I go in something like that, especially if I'm not training for something. I just want to light weights, repetitions. Nothing crazy. I don't want to think about it. Okay, what is it today? Back and whatever. Yeah, just point me what you want me to do, and every day that I come in. So I want to get set up with him again and go in and do that. I'm catching those in. Wasn't you a few months ago? A guy came up to me and said, "I thought you died." Who was that? That wasn't me. Is Nikki going to sleep? She should. Have a good night, Nick. Thanks as always. Your mom. Oh, what's Bear doing? Mom's back in the hospital. I need to pick up a bag of fish food. So gotta go. Take it easy. Yeah, you know what, too, Kenny, if you haven't left yet, did you leave? Um, I would just keep I watched one of your videos where you're taking a bunch of that material out of your little fish pond bowl type deal. Just keep thinning it out, man. Putting it someplace else because that not only does that handle biological filtration because your water is probably nice and clear, your fish are probably good and healthy. It also sucks the nitrates out of the or nitrites out of the water. It'll eat them. That's what makes them green. That's what makes them grow. And as the fish are in there pooping and peeing and having a good old time, as that builds up. Years ago, it was always the ammonia, uh, nitrate, nitrate. Okay, that's the cycle. They never thought that end, the nitrate, uh, affected fish. Now they're thinking, or they're saying, they've changed their mind, and high levels will affect fish. So I would just to keep thinning it out. I mean, what does it take? 10 seconds to grab a handful of shit and throw it in the garbage. I would do that, and I would change the water, a little bit of water once a week, maybe, and see how the fish are doing. But more than likely, when you have a good balance of everything, the plants are going to grow phenomenally. The water is going to be crystal clear, but you're probably not going to be able to see in there because there's so much vegetation. So I would just thin it out. Oh, there you are. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Small lilies are looking better. Bigger ones are toast. Yeah, I would do that and see how it goes. I got to get fish food too. I noticed my koi bucket trash can has only got about 4 inches of food in it. That food's expensive. It's not like feeding the tilapia. All right, Andy, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. When are you going to be here? Are you still here? I think it's pretty soon, right? Next 3 weeks or a month or something. Um, so anyway, uh, um, so just to get back to give people there the kayak, hoping Saturday night we're going to slide it in with the cousin, the kids, and my wife. Sunday morning we're going to drive to the reservoir here in Surin while it's still cool. Get it out, get it on the water, see if it sinks. Do a little thing around. Maybe I'll take the drone too, and I'll have Sim there, Shushu, and my wife to take footage from the shore. I'll put a camera on the kayak, and hopefully by Sunday or Monday morning we'll have a video out on how it reacted. Bears, you want to go outside? You want to go out? Okay, hold on. Let me look Bear up. All right. I know you got to go see your girlfriends. I know my wife had sold 7 of the first puppies, all of them to one person. They bought them for I think 2,500 each. And they must sell them for 3,000 or 35 or something, whatever. I think they're supposed to come here in the next week or so. What's that? What are you asking about, Bobby? Which one, Dave? You lost me. What did I say? I don't even know what I said. But so that's the plan. Hopefully, I get that done today. Hopefully, if it's not too hot when I get out of here, which it's been a little cooler here in Surin, I'll get out and I'll do that little video of the mushrooms and the garage structure and the cover for the trailer and what I got planned for it. Try to make it a short video. Maybe I can even get it here, get it edited, and get it out today or tomorrow morning. I'll try to do that. Oh, I don't know which one it is. My wife, I couldn't tell you. It's 15 minutes from here. It's a pretty big one. And I know you guys have probably been there. But I can find out. I'll let you know. Yeah, so I can't hide anything from you guys. Look at Dave. His fat ass fell in the water. But I got all this stuff needs to go in fishing rods. I'll take a couple of rods just for the hell of it. But I'm not going to torture my family. Like I said, I'm just going to get out there, make sure it floats, run it around for a half hour or something. Maybe put up the drone. Maybe if Bobby comes, he can take some drone footage for me. I don't have to worry about it. And then come back, take it out, put it back in the truck, come home, and then I'll mount it up on the top of the truck, take everything off of it, store it in the back of the truck, and get ready because the 12th's going to be here before I know it. And then we're going to the beach, and that should be interesting. I'm hoping to put together some actual decent family type, Thailand type, kayak type vlogs and stuff from the beach. We'll be there. I think it's 7 days. Look at that. Okay, cool. I'll let you know which one it is, Bobby, and that we're going for sure. I see Bobby showing up there. Where's Dave? Oh, he didn't make it. He's sleeping in. But it'll be interesting. I want to get it done because, like I said, will I take it with me all the way to? I think it's about a 6-hour ride from here to where we're going. It's right over on the way to Torat. And yeah, I would, but I'd sure like to know if when I get in there where that water line is on the side of that kayak. And because like I said, if the weather's halfway decent, I don't care if it rains or pisses down a little bit. That's fine. But as long as there's no wind and 5-foot swells or something, I ain't going out. But I'll have it there. Like I said, our knockdowns are right. There's 4 right across the front, right on the beach, right in front of the water. And we've got 3 of those for a week. I put the kayak right down there. roll it in and out of the water real easy. And it should be fun. Give me something to do, because they'll go to the seafood market and buy 3,000 baht worth of something, or 4,000 baht or 5,000 baht, and come back and barbecue. And I don't really get off on walking around. All right, Jake, take it easy. I think I'm gonna probably cut out here shortly. How long has it been? Hour and 12 minutes. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. It might be. Yeah, yeah, it is, Bobby, the one that we camped at. Um, and I don't know if I had the. I'm just going to pay the lady for a night. Stay in the night. I don't know if that has a day use or anything like that. Probably have my wife call her or call them tonight, and or tomorrow, and verify it. I got a couple of little small things that I need to do to get the kayak ready, and then get it in the truck. And I don't know exactly how. It's right under 10 feet, but it's like 10 feet long. I think the beds on those things are only like, with the tailgate down, I'm imagining I've got probably about 6.5, maybe 7 feet. So 8, 9, 10. So 3 feet hanging out the back. It should be fine. We'll see. If not, I'll pull the battery out, put it in the front, and tie it down. Probably, I'm guessing no one's going to want to just get up and scurry. But I'm imagining maybe if we leave here, let the kids sleep in a little bit, 8:30 or 9 o'clock, get there 9:30 and be done by 11 or something, probably. But I'll let you know. I'll let you know for sure. In that morning hour, we probably leave somewhere between 8 and 9. We're heading for the beach this month. Not sure when or where. That's right. Yeah, Rola's out of school, right? She's like, the kids. They're out too. I cannot comment on Dave's video. Any suggestions? What did I do? Did I block you? I know I blocked Joe. I don't know who I blocked. I got to let everybody out of jail. I should do that. Because whose can I comment on? If somebody comments on my video, and I think it's Joe, who I can't see or anything, but if he comments on my video, I can't answer him. I can give it a heart, but I can't. It won't let me make a comment back. It's weird. I don't know. Just that would work, wouldn't it? But that's the gist of stuff. Hopefully, I get that done. The 12th to like the 21st, I think, will be in that's basically Sokran. We'll be at the beach doing our family thing that we do every year. Then we'll be back here. I don't know, and I haven't talked to Chuck on when they're planning to do any out of the country traveling. Because if they're going to go to Vietnam, Mitch might know. Hey, Ray, how you doing? I will always, but it. I don't know when he's going, but I don't mind. I'd like to meet up with them. I think Mitch wants to go. I'd rap with him a little bit about it and do some traveling. It's always fun to travel with people that have the same mind as yours, sort of. So it's hard to travel with people when, Bob wants to go here and Bill wants to go there, and this wants to leave at 6 a.m. This one wants to go. No. So, and I had already talked to Chuck about that. I can't walk like they do in the middle of the day, 10 clicks or something, they, I just can't do it. But I said I'd get up, have breakfast with everybody, wrap in there, go and pay some guy in Vietnam to drive me around for the whole day anywhere I wanted to go, meet up with them for lunch, meet up with them for dinner, and do the same thing the next day. I don't have a problem. The only problems, like I said, that I think that occur when you do that is people that, oh, no, well, how come you don't just come with us? And again, no means no. Do I have to bring a woman in here? You could grope her and she says no. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard to travel with people. And then you've got a whole nother experience when you're traveling with a bunch of couples, because now not only you got my buddy Mitch has understands what I want to do, but now his significant other or this one's wife or this one's whatever, well, why doesn't Dave want to go with us? Is he not like us? And it's like, holy crap. So sometimes people question whether, how come you don't travel with this, and how come you don't do this, and how come you don't do that? A lot of times, sometimes people just want to travel alone. Sometimes they don't want to be bothered, and I'll travel with you. Just leave me alone. I want to do what I want to do. It's hard, when you got 6, 8 people. Mitch wants to have Mexican food. I want a hamburger. Somebody else wants Japanese food. Somebody else, so not only are you just going out with your wife, that's hard enough sometimes. I just given up on that. I'll eat whatever you're eating, baby. I don't, just give me whatever, make it spicy. As long as it's Isan food, I'm all in. But it's hard sometimes. But I had this discussion with Chuck, and he didn't have a problem with that. So I got to find out. But I think Daz is heading there shortly, and I think they're going to plan on something. I'm imagining it's going to be after Sokron, but that's only a guess. And if that's the case, then I'll probably meet up with them somewhere and take a flight by myself and check in. I've rebooted at least 100 times since I started. Really, it might be me. I had that issue before, but I can't remember what to do. Yeah, it might be, but you could see me and we could talk to each other on another one. So it's not like Joe after 5 or so. But I don't know. I got to go back in and check. I thought I let everybody out, but I didn't. And trying to go, I've got 1 million people in there, trying to go through and seeing if I see Joe, because that's the only one that I really know. But let's see. Daz and I got together and decided when I plan a trip, I don't tell anyone. Then someone in my family won't die. There you go. I won't need surgery. Then I can get this syringe. Yeah, I'm hoping to. I know you wanted. We had kind of rapped about it a little bit. Going. I'd like to go to Vietnam and check it out. But like I said, I know Daz has got a little bit of problems with his knees. I don't think it's as serious as mine, but I can't put all those clicks on my knees anyway. But and depending on the heat and whatever, I'm fine, man. Getting up and going, and maybe I'll go back to the room and go to sleep until lunch, meet up, and then go find Billy Bob to give him $50 or whatever it is, and drive me. Just show me all the sights. A private little tuk-tuk or something, and I'm fine with that. I enjoy certain people's company. I enjoy Chuck's company. I enjoy Mitch's, Daz's, Chuck's. But it like I said, sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes. Techno difficulties. Well, our good tech guy passed away, Chris. He was always somebody I could fall back on especially on sound and video and stuff like that. Man, he was. I still miss him, man. Anything to help. Chris was always there, man. What do you want to do? Dave, just start a thing. Send me an invite. We'll go on and not live, but we'll go on and talk about this and try that, and always, man. I was still a little messed up about that. I really did. I really did like that. You guys will be talking about me like that. I really did kind of like that Dave guy. You'll go. We got to get together. We got to schedule another one. I know I seen something somewhere where people were saying we need to do a thing. I think we're going to base it off of Brother Jake. When Brother Jake comes into town, I think he's coming May. Somebody let me know. I know he went to bed, but or something between now and then, somewhere in May. May, like I said, after the second week of May, I want to get towards Pattaya and meet up with Lewis, and then maybe we'll have a little get together like we had last time. That was freaking awesome. It was almost like a 2 day a meetup. We met up, and a lot of the people stayed in the same hotel, and we went out to eat, and then we ate breakfast, and I had a great time with Ron and everybody, Craig, and everybody had an awesome time. So we need to do that again. I don't know, how long has that been. Ron, he has a pretty clear mind. Mine, I couldn't tell you what I had for breakfast yesterday. But hey, Gino, your ears burning. I was just talking about you guys and when you're coming to get Caesar. Oh, thank you. I'm hoping so. It's a good time. Yeah, when we do put on that, I'm imagining someone in the next couple of months. We had a good meetup. How many people were there, Ron? Like 30 or something? 25, 30 people? I know there was quite a few people there, and it was fun. It was a good time. Most of the people stayed in the hotel that I picked. I picked it out of the blue, but it was a pretty good hotel, and we had fun. Met up for dinner, and then out at a restaurant, and then breakfast in the morning. And some people went and did something, and we met back up at lunchtime and had dinner again, and got up the next morning and had breakfast, and then everybody went home. It was a good time. Dave didn't meet us. Yeah, was that I saw, I think Jai put something up with what's her name? Now my mind's gone. The gal here in Surin. Oh God. See, this is what scares me about the Alzheimer's shit. Um, Rainy. Yeah, we had some rain here night before last. Rain pretty good too, but only for like about a couple hours maybe. Andrew's here too. Wow. You guys gonna go to Junkie Burgers? Junkie Burgers? I might be game for that. I've been a pretty good, pretty good boy. Yeah, Bo. Yeah. I saw. I think it was in Facebook. Guy had a picture of a selfie or something, or Bo did. Uh, she's a good one. I hope everything works out for her. There, Tommy remembers. I don't see her in a while. If I see people, all of a sudden, it rings a bell. But when I don't see them, or she used to put out videos every day, and I'd catch them early in the morning. She would cook breakfast or something, and she would do a little video, and I'd jump in and say hi or whatever. Is sitting here. I just let wanting to cut. He's a smart little bastard, man. He okay. I don't know if you've seen my house, but on this side here is where we had one of the cages, and we moved stuff around because first off, I put them in here because it was so hot. So we put both females in here and all the puppies because of the heat. Then I bought separate fans, and we run electrical out to where they were. Well, they moved them over because it was raining, and they wanted them in a different spot. That batch, Brownie's batch of puppies, which Caesar is in, and moved them over to the other side of the house. And my wife came in the next day and said, "I'll be damned, twice now that little bastard has gotten out, went all the way around the house, and found the spot where he was born, over on this side, and got up in there and crying, wanting milk. So he's a smart one. He's a real smart one. Bear was here. He hasn't come back and jumped. And if my wife was here, I'd have him bring Caesar out here. But and maybe if they do come in, get somebody. What are the condolences? Who passed? Funerals. I kind of I'm. Am I a bad person because I'm kind of like I'm slithering out of those when my wife. Do you want to go? No, I don't know. It's pretty hot. Am I a bad person? We'll run a consensus. Maybe if I knew how to do those polls, I'd put a poll up so everybody could vote. There's Bear. At least you can see Bear Boy, because he's going to look exactly like Bear. Oh boy, come on, son. And Bear is smart. Like he'll come over, he'll want to sit, shake. Good boy. Can you see him? Shake your other one. There you go. You're a smart boy. Okay, relax in the air conditioning. But he's smart like his dad. He's going to be a good one. You're getting a good one. Oh, let's see. Andy Andy got a new motorcycle. Get out of here. What did he get? What'd you get? No, you're not a bad person. Yeah, man. The older I get, I figure, man, that the next one I really want that I have to go to is mine. But my father-in-law passed away. I would go, of course. My mother-in-law. Anybody real. But it's this friend of the family that they grew up down here. I met the people like once. They like to have a farang at their funerals. They want to talk to me so bad, whether I go to her work or whether I go to a funeral or a wedding. They're always coming over and want to try their broken English out on the farang. And I don't have a problem with that. I think it's awesome. I wish I was such a hypocrite, and I should have. In going to be 7 years here, I can say like 3 phrases. It's freaking pathetic. Very good. If I seen one of the kids walk by, I would knock on them, and they might show up here if I stay on very much longer, and I'll have them go grab Caesar and bring them out here. Ah, an NX 500. I don't know what that is. A motorcycle, clutch motorcycle. I'm gathering. I'm too lazy for the. No, I got the Shadow. Well, hell, where are we going to go? That's a 500. That's a traveling machine, isn't it? What is an NX 500? Let me go look real quick. Hold on. I'm still here, but let's see. An NX. What is it? NX 500? NX 5. Oh, this is 750. 500. Honda. Oh, nice bike. They have bags on it and stuff. A lot of these ones that they're showing here, Andrew, have almost like an adventure bike, right? Very cool. Does it have bags on it? All these have bags. Well, most of them. Well, that's a CB. Oh, an NX. Okay. Oh, okay. They got the NX and the here's a 24 NX. 199,000. Here's a 24 right next to it, all decked out with all the bags and everything for 258,000. So it looks like they vary. Those are brand new though. Is that a brand new model? I only see a couple of them, and they're all 24s. 2024, 2024, 246, 209, 209. Okay. Have I peeked enough into your own business? Cool, cool. Where are we going? Yeah, yeah. Logan woke up. It's about time for you to get another bike, isn't it? You need to have a couple. You got room in that garage, I think. Of course, Jamie's probably going to hate me now. Hey, Nanette, how are you? Glad you could make it. Cool, cool, cool. Brand new or secondhand? Probably brand new if they're just out, right? I'm guessing again. Your personal business, Andrew. You don't need to answer any of my questions. But I like it. It's pretty cool. I'm ready. Where you want to go? Where's your first trip going to be? Want to go to Tatpanome with me? I might go there for a couple of days. I got to see. Do I have enough time before the 12th? I actually do. I have to find out from Chuck because I'd have to meet up with them and at least have lunch or something. Let me look at the dates. Oh yeah, I got 10 days. Well, yeah, it's possible. Let me know, or we'll take another one. What did I miss? Dave, check out Ride's past couple of videos. He went to BKK bike. I did see some of it, some of the new bikes, but I did not. I wasn't paying attention. I had it on my second screen over here, and I was looking at back and forth. Uh, I'm probably closer to selling mine. I don't ride it enough. I only started riding so I'd be confident on a scooter in Thailand. Cool. But yeah, well, if you got, let's see, you're in Texas, right? So you get a pretty good summertime. But it does. I know. Looking at stuff, and me, it was different. I mean, I lived on mine. I mean, I rode it all the time. I don't ride near as much as I used to, but I'd like to. Not from not wanting to, but I understand looking at something, especially money wise. And boy, we could have a nice 185-inch big screen for that. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. First trip, yeah, anytime, brother. Come on over and we'll take a ride somewhere. Uh, a little cruise. I go to Buriram when I was just thinking. I just the battery was still charged enough to make noise, but it wouldn't start it. So I had to jump it the other day, the Forza, because I let it sitting there. So I do want to get it out and run it out. And when I do that, I take it's only a 50-minute jaunt to Buriram. And usually I stop at some place I shouldn't be stopping, McDonald's, and have a burger or something, and then come back. Good to see you, Paul. Hope you're well. Um, yeah, in case you didn't hear earlier, what I'm planning on doing, I'm taking it with me when we go to on the family vacation for Sokran for 7 days to the ocean. We're in a resort, a Thai resort, right on the water. They got knockdown houses, four of them. We've got three of them. You walk right out the front and you're on the beach. Nothing between us and the water. But I'm gonna have the nephew come over, help me load it fully, just like it is, so I don't have to take anything apart, and put it in the back of the truck on Saturday night. Sunday morning, Bobby might even come and put a drone up and go over to the 15 minutes from me here, and there's a reservoir here in Surin, maybe about 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's not too hot. Go out, so I don't torture my family. Just go out in the water, see how it handles, how stable it is, what it's like with my fat ass in it, and make sure everything's going to work okay. And then maybe spend an hour and a half there, and then come back. Probably go have lunch or something with Bobby, and come back and get ready to go on the 12th. Is my plan. Let's see. Yeah, that's a video you want to see. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Live stream. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. We will be heading up to for family for Sokran. Yeah, that's the place to be. I think it was you that told me, or somebody, that you haven't spent Sokran with the family in 20 years or something. Was that you? I learned the marine the bigger it should float fine. Yeah, it should. Yeah, that's for you, brother. There you go. And for all my friends. One's probably rolling over and high fiving me from his grave. And I still have the freaking. You don't know how to live stream, but yeah, it'll be fun. So that's the plan anyway. And then, like I said, I'll probably plan a after you guys come, and I'm guessing it's like the second week. Isn't that what we discussed the second week of May, right? And then they're going to come and visit for a couple of days and get Caesar. And I'll probably bring Caesar and get him his first shots uh, when we take. I think we still got three puppies left, and when we take those three to get their shots, I'll get Caesar a shot. So you're all set on the first one, have them make a card and do all the right shit. We got a big time veterinarian here in Surin. So anyway, I'll do that. And the other ones are going, they're coming to get them. I think here shortly, 7 of them. Like I said, they bought them all at one shot. And I guess it's not a bad deal. Like I said, I don't remember exactly. I think 2,500 or something, or 2 or something. But they probably sell them for 35, 4, 38, whatever. And they got 7 of them. That's quite a bit of money for, they do that with all different kinds of dogs and breeds of dogs. And I had my wife check them out. I said, make sure that they're not some kind of, I'd hate to have to go track them down if they hurt these puppies in any way. But they supposedly it's supposed to be good. That was in 1983, so this will be the first. Wow, 40 years. Wow. Anytime, man. Anytime. Many legs have swollen. Not in mine. Pretty sore. Did not know what from. I'm putting it down to meds. Yeah, mine, like I said, I'm trying this stuff. It seems to be helping, and it's all natural. But I'm telling everybody that I know, wait and let me be the guinea pig for 3 months and then see. But right now, it seems like it's working. But like I said, I'm only going off of every time that I've went in mine. I've had swollen legs because if I sit here like I'm sitting now for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I've been here since 4 o'clock in the morning. They have a tendency to swell up, not like you see in the pictures or whatever, but they're swollen. Not outrageously, but they're swollen. And I've been to the doctor when they've been like that, and I go, I think I've got water, and you squeeze it, and I guess the way he tells you, squeeze it, hold it, and let it go, and if the indentation stays there, it's water. Well, it doesn't on these, and so I don't. So I'm trying this and see what happens. So I'll let everybody know. Sounds like we need to eat some home cooked food. Well, yeah, I'll cook some meals too. Linguine and clams for sure. I just ordered 3. I get these. I don't know if anybody's into um, uh, making tomato sauce or making gravy or whatever you want to call it. This stuff I found at. Let me see if I can get it up here real quick because I really. It's freaking awesome. Let me go back and I think it's reasonable. It's a restaurant can tin, okay, and they're uh, um, tomatoes from Italy. They're skinned, and the sauce in there isn't like water. It's like a freaking sauce. I mean, he poured up. I mean, it's not like water, and it. It's the best that I found here, and they don't add salt. And to me, having salt, this should show it. It's right here. Peeled tomatoes from Italy, 2.5. You guys seeing that? And I'm on the. Yeah, I'll try to make it bigger. Hold on a second. Uh, uh, um, see if I get the can bigger. There. This can here, and they are from there. They've been around forever, and they don't add, as far as I know. I have to go back and look again, but that's the reason I started buying them a while ago. Unless they started adding them, they don't. They don't add any salt. And I my that's 270, and I think they charge 54. So it's like 3. It's like 9, almost $10. But I mean, it makes a crap load. My family doesn't. My family doesn't eat it. So it's what I do is I make it and then I put it in little single serving Tupperware and I stack them in. I make 1 can of it and it'll last me for a month. So I ordered 3 cans this time. So I'll have some. I'll make some pasta. Maybe I'll make pasta too. Yeah, try that. Try that. And like I said, they're 270 from Lasada plus 54 baht um, shipping. So it's like $9 and something. for 2.5 kilos, and it'll make quite a bit of sauce. Yeah, yeah, it should work great. Soda E. Her dad, a Thai, left after Vietnam and eventually brought his family. Cool. Yeah, we'll definitely have some food. There's a couple of good American places if you guys are in Jonesing for hamburgers. One of them you heard us talking about earlier that Tommy J found for us here in Surin. We don't have a bunch of the closest thing to fast food that we have here is in a McDonald's an hour away. Anything around here is KFC. That's pretty much it. And Surin's a pretty big town or province, whatever. But yeah, I'd highly recommend these tomatoes, and like I said, they've had them on there. I've been buying them for a while, and they haven't went crazy and tried to charge more money. They've pretty much been the same price as long as I've been buying them, and use them to make pasta sauce or pizza sauce too. Usually when I do them, I'll run them through a mill and maybe cook them for 5 minutes for the pizza, and then I'll make 2 batches. I'll have stuff in there for pizza. I have a pizza oven. We could have pizza too. I got to go in there. I think last time they dropped it, they broke the round. It's one of those ones that spin. Still haven't quite dialed it in, but it's pretty close, Neapolitan style. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff we could do. Those are the ones you get at Macro, you know. Good night, Dave. All right, Scott. Thanks as always. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I think I'm going to go pretty soon. We still got 21 people here. We'll wrap for a little while. Hey, I was just watching you golf earlier this morning. I did catch a little bit of Chuck's. I think you guys had 7 or 8 people. Was that today or yesterday? Tim's been golfing with Chuck there in Udon. Yeah, and some of the stuff from Macro, like I said, that Macro is where I get those frozen clams. But I did find out that Macro does have live small baby clams. But it's just so convenient, having them in the freezer. I can have, I don't make it all with spaghetti now. I don't even bother with the linguine. I buy the spaghetti in the big, giant, packs, and then pull myself out a little, and from start to finish, making that linguine and clams or spaghetti and clams, 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops, from start to finish. I'm eating. It makes it nice and easy. We golfed Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. Of last week? Oh, you are golfing. I missed that. We golfed. So you golfed last week. Oh, so it's a week behind then. Hello, Tim Palmer. Tim's pretty good. He looks good in there. Chuck's going to beat himself up, man. He's like me. I like to be good at something that I do. And it's like I said, people used to tell me, how the hell can you sit there and watch golf on television? I said, here's the deal. Go out there and try to do that shit one time, and you'll appreciate what these guys can do with a golf ball. These professionals. It just is. I just sit there in total awe because I know how freaking hard it is. Last week, okay. So he must be. He's back home then. He must be. So I might do that. I might go. I've been threatening when I was talking to him last time. Threatening him coming there just for a day overnight and have dinner and then come back. Going to get moving. Please let us know anything that we should not do before we get Caesar. Also, is there anything like me? Yeah, I don't think so, but I will let you know if you guys that Slive I stayed there 3 or 4 times. Chuck stayed there. Bunch of people have stayed there. Mitch, I think, stayed there. They've got a great restaurant there. They got a decent breakfast, reasonably priced. It's not the cheapest on the block, but it's real close to me. It take me on the scooter maybe 5-8 minutes to get there, so it's really close. Yeah, I got a pizza oven that's got a little. It spins, and it's. I have a wood one that you can burn with wood, small one, stainless steel dome deal, and I bought this one, and I still got to dial it in. It doesn't go low enough. You can heat it up, blaring, but if you leave it like that and try to put the pizza in there, man, you can't turn the thing fast enough, and it'll start burning. I've got it down. I need to get the regulator and adjust the regulator lower. So blast it, put it in there, crank it down, turn it, cook it, pull it out, turn it back on, get the next one ready, put it in, and it'll be fine. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it too. But I'll have to do it before then because I'll have to order some mozzarella and pepperoni and then get some stuff for my wife like ketchup and Thousand Island dressing and crab sticks and stuff to put on there that they like. So I've been in some ping pong ball action in Bangkok. You're watching it or what? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. Very good. All right. Sounds good to me. Arrivederci to you, my friend. Going to get pouring rain. Yeah, it did pour here, but not for very long. Yeah, it just rained that other night, right? It's been kind of coolish and warmer in the afternoon. I don't know what it's supposed to be today. Let me just look real quick, just for shits and giggles. It's 27 right now. Had a low of 20. It's going to go to 34, 35, 37, 37, 35, 33. Rain on Sunday. That's the day that I'm talking about. Looks like Saturday's wide open. Maybe I'll talk them into loading it up on Friday. No, I don't know. We'll see if that changes over the next few days because it's showing 55% on Sunday, 65% on Monday, and 35% on Tuesday of next week. And then none, but it's warmer. 34, 5, 7, 5, 3, 4, 5, 5. So somewhere around average of about 34, 35, which I guess is a little bit warm. So it's the 16th to the 18th. All right, very cool. Yeah, we'll definitely see you. Dry on my end of town. Yeah, it did open. I'm open either day. Okay, cool. I'll let you know for sure. I saw a girl on Soy Cowboy once do some amazing things with it. I bet you have. Uh, uh, See now, my grandkids and great grandkids, 30 years from now, are going to go. What was he talking about? No, this helps me breathe. My wife says I'm a Thai man. Have you guys ever tried these? I think everybody has been to Thailand. I know, Mitch, remember that when we were first conversing with each other and you were in Seattle? I showed you that deal and you said, oh, wait. And Mitch pulled out a drawer and he hadn't been to Thailand in a while and had some of these in his drawer in Seattle. I remember that. So we're coming up on 2 hours. I think I'll do it 2 hours. There's still 20 people here. If you guys are watching and you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. We went down below 2,700. Well, we keep going up and down, which is okay. But if you know or have significant others that have passed, or your grandfather or your uncle, somebody that's in, especially the United States, that mine passed away and I was 62 and thinking stuff was over, I'd like to be able to talk to people that have done that and tell them you can have a life here in Thailand. I have a fantastic life. So that if people are on there now, Yeah, I want to ask this, but I don't want to go in the chat. I don't feel comfortable enough. Send me an email, coydoctor1@gmail.com, and send me something and try to help out any way I can. And that's mostly what it is here. We sit here, we bullshit. We talk about mostly Thailand stuff. If anybody does come in and they have an answer, if they have an answer, you can answer something. If you have a question, visas, this or that, if I can't answer it, somebody else can answer it. There's people here that have been around for a long, long time. I've been here almost 7 years. If not, maybe point you in the right direction. But like I said to everybody before, whether you hear it here or on somebody else's YouTube, always check it out with on the government website. But maybe it'll give you a way to point you in the right direction to look it up. Because sometimes people get something wrong. You never know. Let's see. I'm gonna charge up the battery. Bring my battery charger out of here and charge up that battery on the Forza. So in case we get a wild hair, or you want to go somewhere, let me know, Andrew. Let's see. Mitch hasn't been there. I know I haven't been there. I enjoy motorsports and ping pong balls and my wife had tickets the other day. They had a race over there at that Buriram. I got to go to one of those. We've been trying to go there for quite a while and just haven't gotten there. Craig, I'm joking, just seeing if Dave will notice. I'm here until they kick me out. Yeah, I can't see going anywhere. How didn't they predict the what? I don't know what that is. Jai noticed. I told her no way. He's not going anywhere. What did I miss then, Mitch? I got to go back. I guess I wasn't. I fly back to the States Monday. Sold my truck. Yeah, I did not see that. Now I did. Yeah, no way. He ain't going nowhere. He's stuck like me. April Fool's late. Is that what it is? Is Jai in there? Jai I haven't seen. Under her name, anyway. But anyway, I'm trying to catch up with stuff. I got to go dig a ditch for the wife. Yeah, let me give you 10 baht and have somebody else dig it. You won't hurt yourself. Yeah, I got to. What did they do? They moved. Yesterday, I had to call my wife because I seen him out there and his stepson. I think his stepson. And they were moving all the stuff from across the street that my father-in-law had moved over to our new property here and get everything. Oh, the earthquake. Okay. Get everything off of the lady's property over there. Jai said hi. She's been listening and doing her hair. What is she going? Redhead? What color this time? What is Bobby? Does Bobby have any say, or he can't say that he wants a redhead this time around? I don't know if they did or didn't. I don't know, and I was really surprised on a lot of the damage that it did. Did a lot more than I thought. And of course, like I said, I've been for every major one in California. I was right there, man. Reseda, Northridge, Simi Valley, from everyone since the first one in what, 71? 71, I think it was. She got you on April Fool's. That sounded wrong. Let's see. Okay, we're coming up on 2 hours. Daz generously hand-delivered my new hearing aids and glasses from the U.S. He arrived Wednesday. By Thursday, we were having dinner and a couple foot massages. Hey, and you said Mitch said he liked his new hearing aids, which is awesome. She didn't do a short video of you telling us about Junkie Burgers. That place is phenomenal, isn't it? And the price. Like I said, I go there and I get instead of getting, I want French fries and I like their onion rings, but I don't want a double burger because that's too much. So I get a single burger, and they're not, they're not like this or anything, but they're a good sized burger. And I get onion rings and I get French fries and I get a Coke, and it's $2, 250 baht. I think it's quite reasonable, and it's probably one of the better burgers I've had anywhere here in Thailand. Mm-mm-mm. Now Chuck has his sticker on the wall. I'm going to take Uncle Craig and put it above Chuck's. All right, there you go. Bobby, I think I saw it. My voice was low, couldn't make it out. Yeah, who was it? I think it was Chuck. He was amazed that we had found out through Tommy. There's an app I've got to learn. Supposedly, I can tune out loud ambient noises and still hear the people on the table. Yeah, man, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'll let you explain it one time when we're on a live stream together about how your hearing works. People will probably be amazed, but I'll let you do it. You'll do it better than me. Yeah, she is soft spoken, that's for sure. All right, it's been an hour and 57 minutes. Let me see if anybody. There's still 15 of you here, but I am going to go and see what is happening. So, and let me go up here and pull down my stream deal, and it says stay in studio until outro video finishes playing, or the broadcast may not end properly. Okay. That's a new StreamYard shit. It is kind of cool because before you used to have to go in, kind of time it right and do this, and it was a pain in the ass. Now I just click one button on the intro and the outro, and it does it all automatically. I don't have to do shit, which anything that makes it easier for me, I'm game for. But Andrew, if you're still there, if you want to take a ride or do something tomorrow or the next day, I don't think I'm doing anything, but give me a buzz and let me know. I don't think I'm doing anything except for maybe the kayak, but that's about all that I can think of. All right, everybody. I did see recently, in case you guys don't, I saw that Richard has. It says that he's like a temporary. I don't know what he is, a ranger or something. But I hope if you catch every one of these once in a while. Thanks for everything. Hopefully you get your YouTube back together. I enjoyed watching your stuff. He put a lot into it. But anyway, let you know, Dave. Tomorrow I'll be golfing. Okay. What time are you going golfing? Just in case I feel better. I probably shouldn't. But let me know what time. But maybe, yeah, let me know either way. All right, everybody. Everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening. What did I tell Richard and his mom? Anyway, hopefully everything's going good with you, Richard. Everybody, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the live stream, click the like button. If you don't, you click the unlike button. But everybody have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you on the next one. And I didn't press the right button. And I will. All right, everybody, take it easy.